Good evening. It is the Tuesday, February 1st at 7 p.m., and I'd like to call the Village of North Hudson Regular Board of Trustees meeting to order. And the first order is invocation, and I'm going to, as we're going to celebrate, or as people look at Black History Month, I'm going to steal a prayer from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. from his 1963 Have a Dream speech that it says, "Father, we look to a day when people will not be judged by the color of their skin, but the content of their character." Roll call, please.
Trustee Matz,
Here.
McGurran,
Here.
Nelson,
Here.
Noonan,
Here.
Pike,
Here.
President Wecken,
Here.
Trustee Zeiss.
Here.
Thank you. Item 2, review and approve minutes from regular board meeting of 4 January.
Move to approve.
Thank you, Brian. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Thank you. That was Amy? Okay.
I know it's hard with the math.
I know. Sorry. And any amendments, corrections, or additions? Hearing none, all in favor of the minutes as presented, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Okay, item 3 is comments from the floor. Opportunity for residents to make the board aware of topics, issues, opportunities either on or not on today's agenda. Is there anyone here that has anything to bring up? Okay, nope. Item 4. New business from the board or staff. President's comments. My first comment is there was quite a firestorm on social media today as people got their sewer and water bills, and there was an issue about a sewer surcharge that the village has had in place for several years, and Hudson does the billing, and they made just a slight error in the multiplier where it should have been 0.003, and they put in 0.03, and so everybody's water bill or surcharge was extremely high, and there was issues, and I asked Melissa if we had any issues at the village, and she said no, but Hudson's getting inundated, and that's one thing we want to bring forward or let people know is that those charges and stuff like that, that's where they came from when you directed your calls to the right place, and we thank you for that. But they are going to issue new bills for the village. So the village residents, so please do not pay the one they sent you. They are very much aware of what's going on, and they will be correcting that shortly. Let's see. Next, okay, this coming Saturday is our second annual Winterfest on the village grounds around here, the ice rinks, and there's lots of activities planned. There's an advertisement on the website that you can find that gives you an idea. It goes from noon until 3, I believe, and from all the reports from last year, it was a very fun day. Patrick has kind of created us a little sliding hill for if the little darlings want to get out and take their quick sled rides around the hills for something to do. We're more than happy to have folks there, and please look on our website, and it'll let you know what's going on. The next item I want to bring up is earlier on the original agenda, there was a discussion about from the park committee that we would discuss the bike and pedestrian coalition's resolution. We had a meeting today with the county, or I had a meeting today with the county and the city, and there's still discussion going on because with a project like that, there's a lot of questions that need to be answered, and as most people that are familiar with our budget, we're at the max that we can do, so there's they're still working on it, and we will keep you posted as we hear more. And as I said earlier, when I copied Martin Luther King, the Have a Dream speech, there's one thing, that was 59 years ago. And sadly, as we, look at Black History Month, we haven't changed an awful lot. So I hope that everyone will take the time to learn Black history and all the history of this country. It's amazing that different, even local history of, how the village in Hudson was developed. And I think it would be a good read, and we hope everyone pays attention to this and has a very good month of February. And finally, my last thing is we have happy Valentine's Day that everybody for the 14th, or I think they celebrate it all weekend because it's a Monday this year. So please, I hope you have a safe, happy Valentine's Day. And Melissa.
The only thing I have is I wanted to update the board in regards to the severe storm that went through in September 2021. As the emergency management director, the police chief worked with myself, Patrick, and Nathan to gather all of the appropriate information. Then he filed all the necessary documentation with the state. The total storm damage that the village incurred was $24,754.18. In January 2022, I think it was just last week that we received it, the village was awarded and approved to be reimbursed for 70% of this amount. So that was $17,327.93 that we were able to get back from the Wisconsin Disaster Fund. And then this amount goes into the state other aid / other reimbursement account. So, good news. Get that back.
Very good.
Thank you for filing that.
And thank you, Chief, because I know that's a lot of calculations and bureaucratic red tape to jump through.
Yep.
Much appreciated, and I thank you very much. And that's it for that. So, next, Plan Commission. Is there any,
Plan Commission met, and there was a concept review of the proposed residential development for the Zappa property. They are requesting, this was an initial concept. There was a good discussion there, about what they want. They really want to come in as a PUD with 3 types of homes, twin homes, detached, what they call villas, which is the twin home just on its separate lot, and then single-family lots. I think they're going to rework things based on comments received and come back with another concept review to the Plan Commission. But all in all, I think it went well. They were trying to utilize the property in an environmentally friendly manner is one of their goals. They're also going to create connectivity between Cratley and whatever the town road is. Yeah, to the north.
Starwood?
Yeah, I can't remember what it is, but
Cottonwood Drive and Brandon Drive? Right there.
We have a
right up there
Brandon
in the
Drive.
corner, yeah. And
We don't, the town.
Oh, in the town, okay.
It's just straight up 10.
And it was represented that the town supports that.
Okay.
oh, that's
Did they get my well?
no discussion about wells. Okay, and that's it for plan. Next is Personnel Finance Committee recommendations, claims approval.
Stan, can I move to approve the December 2021 non-recurring claims of $4,242.16?
Thank you, Kirk. Is there a second?
Not quite.
Oh.
Or do it, and the February
Oh, sorry.
2022 non-recurring claims of $20,551.03.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Brian. Discussion.
During finance, we had a little discussion on, Patrick bought some, we had to get, or do you want to inform everyone what you purchased for this? It was our ice melt, right, for the sand?
We got an order of salt in,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
there's nothing major on
Yep.
here.
Okay, very good.
I had a question about the Under the general fund, the Hudson Area Senior Center, it was listed as a donation someplace. What does our donation support at the senior center?
That's something that we've given them for the past, since, as long as I've been here, since 2013.
Yeah,
We've
the
given a
seniors-
small donation to them.
They're not funded by, I mean, they're dependent on, they run the, a lunch, they have, where, they used to be up at CCH or up in that complex, and they pulled the plug on that, and now they're out meeting in one of the churches out off of UU there, that they, they supplied, or, they have lunch for seniors. It's a very reduced rate, and it's a very healthy diet. I mean, most of the time it's a lot of good food, and a lot of single seniors and stuff don't get that. So, yeah, they do, a lot of good things with people. That I know the county has the shuttles that get people there back and forth and everything like that. But it's mainly to help support for their lunch program. That's their biggest deal that they do.
So just general support for the senior center and the work that they're doing?
Right.
Thank you.
Okay. Anything else? Okay, hearing none, and that's approval. Mary?
Yes.
Amy?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
And yes.
Thank you. Public Works, Brian, you're up.
Last time we met, we did not have anything to bring forward, just a couple of comments. We had our first water service agreement quarterly meeting with Hudson, and that is on video up on the River Channel, YouTube, or however you might get to it. So we encourage you to look at it, see how that first meeting went. For the board, we are still running on one pump on Riverside Lift Station. That's the Little Riverside, right? Yeah, Little Riverside Lift Station. And waiting for them to come repair the other pump, which may or may not be under warranty, but just want you to be aware we're on one pump. And then and this is a guesswork here, kind of depends on the spring, but warning all residents down on Wisconsin Street, we are going to tear that street up from 6th Street down to 3rd Street. And we're putting sewer and water in, which is why the big tear up. And the bids have been out, and it's in the hands of the DOT timing-wise, and we are going to do everything we can to communicate this project as clearly as we can. But I am giving you a second warning here that it will come, and it will happen. That's it.
Okay, thank you. Tim, Public Safety Committee
Yes, and
recommendation.
we did meet, and we do have a few things to bring to the board. First of all, I'm going to move to approve the application for fireworks paraphernalia license, temporary use permit for Stars and Stripes Buyers Group Incorporated, doing business as Fireworks Nation, with the following inclusions: no smoking signs must be displayed, fire extinguishers are available, no fireworks sold to persons under the age of 18, and no operational to exceed 180 days per calendar year.
Second.
Thank you, Phil.
Representative here tonight, Stan? So-
Yeah, I'm Andy Nelson.
Can you, Mike?
Everybody can hear you better.
My name is Andy Nelson, and I'm one of the owners of Fireworks Nation. And it was suggested I come here. I was at the safety meeting a few weeks ago, and I shared some information with them that they indicated I should share with all of you. So when we purchase, first of all, safety is of utmost concern to our company at all of our facilities. Whatever it takes to make these places safer for our customers, for our employees, and for the community at large, we're going to do that. When we purchased that building, it had a fire suppression system in the basement of the building, which is sort of odd, but the bank had document storage, and that was the purpose of that. So what we've done, we went to the state and submitted a plan for a full sprinkler system, which was approved, and we installed that system. So we're completely sprinkled in the basement, completely sprinkled on the main floor, and we've even put in a dry chemical system up in the attic of the structure. We've added 2 exits to the building, and the layout of all of our floor plans is such that wherever our customers are going on the aisleways, that they'll lead you directly to and exit. We've doubled the requirement for all of our fire extinguishers. And we've also implemented a program for all of our employees so that they're trained in the use of all those safety equipments, use of the fire extinguishers, and then likely event that we did have to exit people from the building, that they know how to do that as well. So we're doing everything we can, like I say, for the community, for the customers, and for our employees. And having said that, if any of you would ever have any questions, or if you'd like to tour our facility, I personally will be more than happy to give you that tour, answer questions. I'm just a phone call away.
Thanks.
Appreciate it, thank you. No, that's huge. I'm, as a retired safety, health, and environmental guy, I appreciate that. And I like that, you know, I mean, because with retail and stuff, a lot of times, they don't get the kind of training, you know, that, you know, oh, I got fire extinguishers here, you know, it's, what is that, you know what I mean? So I much appreciate it. It sounds like you're doing a great job.
You know, thank you. Well, it is important, and like I say, well, you know, the labor situation, the way things are now, it's changing all the time. I mean, people come, they work for a week or two, so it is a challenge. But you know, we've got a program which we think it's simple to understand, and it's very basic, and whoever is working at that time is going to, you know what to do. So, any questions at all?
Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, and let's see, that's, I don't think I need a roll call on that one.
And we should note for people listening that it was the approval is recommended by the chief
Right.
Yep,
In the fire department.
okay.
and the fire department. Thank you.
Always good to have them, unfortunately. Okay, any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of the paraphernalia license application, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Next one is
Thank you.
Thank you.
2022 squad purchase, Tim.
Stan, I have a motion to move to authorize the purchase of a 2022 hybrid Ford Explorer Police Interceptor from Hudson Ford and the purchase, installation, and removal of equipment to outfit the squads in amount to not to exceed $49,000 from the use of available funds.
Second that.
Thank you. Discussion?
Questions that we brought up? First of all, will be our second hybrid purchase that we've had. I think Chief wants to comment on some of this activity, so go ahead, Chief.
No, just basically standing up here if there are any questions, but yeah, it will be our second hybrid. We've had really good success with our first. We have noticed the officers that's assigned to that squad definitely does not fill up as frequently as he used to, and I'm going to work with the village treasurer once we hit about a year's usage. I think we received it in April or so of last year. We can try to get those numbers to you to show the savings that have occurred, at least in the first year. I know that when we went to purchase our first hybrid, I brought you some documentation from Ford as to what to expect. Well, we'll see if we're on target for that. And as Tim brought up at our meeting, there are other agencies that are going to the hybrid. Hudson, I believe, is going to be purchasing 2 hybrids for their next round of squad purchases. So I think it is something that's going to be the future of policing.
Appreciate it. And that, yeah, the savings, you know, when I saw that for gas savings and stuff, especially as I mentioned in finance with the 15 cent increase today. Yeah, I mean, in that the data I saw was based on $3 a gallon. So, yeah, so I mean that's huge. I mean, and that's one of the things we want to we always try to do with the village is you know, keep our spending down, and our taxes can stay lower. So, thank you very much, Chief. Kirk.
Oh, nope,
Something?
sorry.
Oh. All right. Any other comments or questions? Hearing none, that's a spender. Tim?
Yes.
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 Thank you. And,
Second motion, Stan, should I move on this?
sure.
Second motion is to authorize the sale and trade of the 2016 Ford Police Interceptor with the proceeds of the sale to replace in the Police Department Vehicle Assigned Fund.
Thank you, Tim. Is there a second?
I second that.
Thank you. All right.
You want to bring up your question?
That, we've done, you know, sales, different things in the past. Chief, I mean, you mentioned earlier, just want to recap or?
Yeah, so this will be the first time that we'll be doing resale on an SUV. We've had pretty good luck in the past with our Crown Vics. I shouldn't say pretty good luck. We've had some luck with getting some dollars and cents back. I think the SUV should have better resale value. In this particular motion, it does allow for either the trade-in with Hudson Ford, depending on what kind of numbers they're looking at. We'll do some research to see if the use of the website where we have the auction is another option, and I have had someone approach me to talk about possibly purchasing the vehicle for an organization, a local organization. So we'll look at all those options, but that would just be the sale of the vehicle, so it fits within this particular motion. And then during finance, Brian had asked a question about what our current amount is in that account, and right now there's $37,950 because we're trying to get ahead of the curve instead of always being behind it on having to have money available for purchases. So that amount will not be used towards this particular purchase to be able to allow us to get back on track for purchases on our schedule for replacement of squads.
That's that vehicle assigned fund, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, good, and more we thought.
And so the sale of this car goes on top of that 37?
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, any other discussion or questions? Hearing none. Mary?
Yes.
Amy?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes?
Yes.
And yes.
Thank you. And D, we're down to Tim.
All right, Sam, we have another motion here. A motion to authorize the purchase of 6 replacement shades with installation from budget blinds with the amount not to exceed $1,500, with $420 coming from the general government assigned fund and the balance from the used unavailable funds.
Second.
Thank you. Discussion?
You guys all know where it's going, right? It's going in the police area, yeah, and
We're replacing the towels.
Right, I was just gonna say, if you've been in our space right now, we're using black towels to block out the light and observation, so.
It seems like a good idea. It says you'll be able to see outside and people won't be able to see inside. Is that?
Yeah, so basically, the current ones we have are very much like this, where during the daytime, you can't see in, but the shade itself is, I believe they call it a 3% shade, and so you can stand inside and you can't see out, but someone standing outside, when it's light inside and dark outside, they can see everything going on inside, and so that's not a good safety, or it's a bad safety precaution, and so we will replace those with these new shades. Will not allow that to occur. And then we did talk about during finance, it does sound like there's some other interest with the admin side to do the same thing, but this particular motion is currently just for the police department with perspective to see if we can get some cost savings on adding some more shades later on.
Nope. Very good. Any other comments, questions? Hearing none. Tim?
yes.
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 Yes?
Yes.
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 Thank you.
Thank you, Chief.
Okay, next is public welfare. Kirk?
We did not meet.
Okay, how about the park board?
We did meet, and I just kind of want to go a little bit more over Winterfest. So it is this Saturday, right behind in Pepperfest Park and a couple other places. It's from 12 to 2. We'll be having hot dogs, cocoa, ice skating, bonfires, s'mores. The Hudson Police Department will be there, so if you want to come meet our police officers.
In North Hudson.
Sorry, thank you. That's
What
absolutely
are
my
you inviting them
apologies.
up here for?
They are not.
We got our own good team.
If you remember, you could bring canned food. If you have any extra skates, you could drop them off because we allow other people to come use them. I do want to do a special thanks to Patrick in the Public Works. They're kind of working really well with Neighborhood Watch. If you want to see or look for the event, you can go to Neighborhood Watch's Facebook page. Pepperfest is helping. North Hudson Parks is helping. Hudson Hockey Association's also kind of dealing a lot with this. They donated the rink for us. It looks great. So it's going to be a really fun event. So please come down if you're free Saturday. Patrick.
Just remind everybody that they can get skates too. We have skates.
Yes, we have extra skates as well. So if you don't have any, we still have some. So that's why even bringing the donations even more better because it's being reused by the community.
And I think you said noon to 2.
Noon to 3.
And then I saw noon to 3
Yeah,
on
noon
the
to
one that's
3.
on the website and stuff. But no, that's very good. No, I hope it's very well attended. It sounds like this little cold snap that we're going to have is going to kind of
Yes.
break loose on, so it'll be bearable. Everybody should have a wonderful time to come out on Saturday. And
Sunny and 28.
Sunny 28,
Yeah, that's what it
What
said.
they're saying.
guaranteed,
Scout's honor.
without a 20-mile-an-hour wind.
Can't promise.
Barry's the van, the weatherman, dude. I'm showing 31.
Alrighty then. So let's see, that takes care of Park. Next is, the board may convene into closed session pursuant to Wisconsin statute 19.85, parent 1, parent lowercase g, for the purpose of conferring with legal counsel for the Village of North Hudson, who is rendering oral or written advice concerning strategy to be adopted by the body with respect to litigation in which it is or is likely to become involved in with respect to Riverside Drive North Duplex Lift Station. So is there a motion to go into closed session?
So moved.
Brian, thank you. Second,
Second.
thank you. All in favor of going into closed session, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Chief, have a
Patrick?
blessed evening.
Have a great day.